Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws, in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. We in the building rocking out. You already know. We here. Aaron, training camp is here, bro. We
Dog, the
back.
drink. We back.
How much bread we making this year? Hey, dog, hold on. Let me
K.
just tell you, huh?
100K.
100K, we there. Hey, dog, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna put my fantasy. I'm gonna give y'all access to the fantasy spreadsheet. Y'all can hit me up. You cash at me $5 and you're gonna get the spreadsheet, dog. This is how I'm doing it this year. Cause I'm winning every year. Bama cashing out. You already know what time it is.
We gotta
Uh
do a survivor joint this year too.
we got to. We got to. Cause I think we've been doing the pick'em jump for a few years now.
Yeah, that
But I
joint
think
getting tired.
the survivor jump. Yeah. If you wanted to get in the survivor jump, go ahead. You put $50 in, you could be in the survivor, dog. Whoever win, they get the whole cash prize at the end of the year. You just gotta survive week by week. You pick one team. If they win, you advance. If you don't win, you out of there. If we really want to make it juicy, we just do it by the spread. So that's how you really can like that junk will be over by
That
week
joint be over
three.
by week 3. You already know.
You already know, dog. Nonetheless, we here. We're gonna get into all the NFL news because it's a lot of it. But before we jump into that, dog, Carly Russell lied to us all, bro. She swear, dog, it was a cold hoax the whole time.
And you was biting your tongue all that last episode trying to give her the
I
benefit of
knew
the
it.
doubt. And
I
she
knew
ruined
it.
it for the other
In my heart
you
of hearts, I knew.
whole time.
These youngins can't be trusted, dog. Whole time was the funny business. At least, dog, don't Google where you need to stay at. At least do Chat GPT or something to give you a real plan. If you want to fake your disappearance, get a real plan, dog.
Let's get to the real business. What was she doing? Why she disappeared?
She was smashing behind closed doors. You know what she was doing. She was out here
Round
giving
the
up the
corner in the
funds.
basement
Yeah, with some
with
stranger.
a Bama that don't have a job.
No, the boyfriend out here trying, but he might have been in on it too. All of them Bama's fugazi. This Joan is a shame, bro. I can't believe I bit that play action, dog, when I knew.
You've been trained to bite the play action. Believe all women. You know, Harold trying to get with the times.
This jump
2023.
ridiculous, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. I knew the jump was suspect from jump start. Whole time, dog. Play action pass right over my head. I should have known, dog. I tell
They
you,
hit him with the
I tell
Mike
you this
Rumph.
much. I tell you this much. Is the first and last time they swindle me, dog.
Now even when the
These
young are telling the
young,
truth, this
I
now
don't
gonna be
care.
like
No
lies.
lies, all lies. You know how Bama's overcorrect. Like they go
Dog,
from one
the
one
joint was the
extreme to the other.
scammiest story of all time. Talking about a
No, I
baby was on the side of the highway in the middle of the night.
no. She'd have been better off saying aliens abducted her and took her off the map. Or
Dog, that was a
it's
Dave Chappelle skit. Remember the Bama said he was driving late at night and then it was a baby just out on the corner by itself? Dog, nah.
Jones ridiculous, dog. This youngin, this youngin took us on a right to the intersection of Wellington Avenue and Cap Boulevard. We right there, sitting right there at the light, dog. So get her out of here, dog. Cancel her. No, jail
Take her to
time.
jail. Lock her up.
Jail. At
And
least
find us all the resources that
minimum
was
3 months.
used to
Minimum three
investigate.
months, dog. This cannot happen again.
Is Juicy
I
out? Or he's still locked
Juicy.
up? The
Juicy
Bama
J.
from remember Juicy Smollett?
Oh, Smollett. Oh yeah, he out, dog. He
Uh,
doing. I don't think he got hard time, dog. I think he escaped the
I
the
thought they
hard
gave
time.
him I thought they gave him like 30 days something.
something light. It was something light,
But she
but
gotta
yeah,
go to jail. Yeah.
he oh have to, bro. You cannot just be doing making up storylines and just no, get her out of here. Speaking of other crazy, wild, unexpected things happening, Jalen Brown contract extension, dog. 5 years. Get this, Aaron. $304 million contract.
Why is that shocking and surprising?
So we know that you're net the team is never gonna net back what they're giving out. I mean, this
Says
is just
who?
the no, they're not gonna make $300 million off of Jalen Brown, dog. He's not
Uh,
that guy. He's not him.
Dog, I don't know what books people is looking at. You think these white bammers is lining up to just throw away money? If they don't have to pay the money, they don't pay the money.
You right. You right.
So just because bammers don't comprehend like the money that's being generated and from how much money these bammers is actually making, doesn't mean that it's not happening. They don't want you to see the books. So when they go and strike or when they go lock bammers out and bitch and complain, they can act like they on welfare, like they barely making it, scraping it by. All these bammers is printing money. They printing money. And these guys is up and the
Uh-huh.
collective bargaining agreement is in place and the salaries keep going up and Bama's
So,
got to get
so,
cashed out.
so it's just daytime. It's
And
just
that Bradley
daytime.
Bill deal don't look so bad as the years go on and years go on. This is what I mean. Like every time somebody come up that's not a top five player, everybody complain and cry, but it's just the business, dog. It's the
that's a
nature of the
fact.
business.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, will Jalen Brown help them with Celtics win a championship? I just
He can help, but he can't be
the guy.
the guy. Tatum has to step up.
Hmm.
I don't think the expectation has ever been for Jalen Brown to be the guy to
Hmm.
take them over the top. That responsibility lies on Tatum. He's the best player on the team. He has the highest ceiling on the team. He has to get mentally to a place where he likes to play in that Kobe role, but he doesn't have the Kobe mind. He just got to get over that hump to where he actually becomes a killer. Because the Bama is probably the most talented Bama in the league right now. He should be the best player in the league right now.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Uh, on some football news. So I got a question for you. You buying it or you not buying it? Packers head coach says Matt LaFleur says that Jordan Love has complete command of our offense. That they're gonna rest his arm during practices so he doesn't get arm fatigue. Um, you know.
I believe him. He's been in the offense 3 years.
Mhm. Do you think he's gonna give similar output to what Aaron Rodgers did last year, or no? Or do you
If I
think?
remember correctly, people were saying Aaron Rodgers was falling off, like his numbers was down and his
Mhm.
performance was down. So I think at a minimum he should be able to. I mean, he's been in the offense 3 years. He
Mhm.
physically has more talent, maybe not arm talent, but just physical ability than
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers at 38 years old. So I expect him to be fine.
Mhm.
Now losing Devontae Adams to me is probably a bigger drop off than what they may see at quarterback because they lost him and Lazard actually. So
Mhm.
I just don't expect this team to be very good to begin with. So
Okay. So your expectations are fairly low for the squad.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
expect quarterback play to make or break their season.
All right. Fair enough. Uh, Jimmy Graham, All Pro tight end for the Saints, is back with the Saints, dog. Returning to New Orleans for a 1 year deal.
To do what?
Likely a rotational player behind Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill.
Has he been in the
Bama,
league the last
he's
3 years?
37 years old. He turns 37 in November. He didn't play in 2022. He spent I would say two forgettable seasons with the Bears when he was with the Bears. Um, do you think he'll be able to add anything, or you just think he washed
No,
at 37?
I thought he was washed for like the second he left the Saints. Where'd he go to the Bears? It
Yeah.
just was a terrible fit.
Uh
And I
huh.
think he's one of those guys, them super high yellow like confidence on the fence type Bama's where it could go one way or the other. And I just feel like he was in a place where once he lost that confidence, it was kind of over.
Yeah.
He no Seattle. It was Seattle
Oh, okay. Okay. You
when
had
he
a
went to
stint there.
Seattle and his own teammates was calling him a punk and all that stuff. I just feel like he lost his mojo at that point.
Yeah. Well, I guess a year off do wonders for your body, dog. You know how it be. You don't do nothing, and then next thing you know, the weather get warm. You like, oh yeah, I can, yee. That was when I get back out there, dog. Until they don't. Kadarius Toney underwent knee surgery. The procedure was meant to clean up cartilage. After Tony tweaked his knee in training camp this week. Dog. I know a lot of people are high on Kadarius Toney, like having a good season this year. But dog, if the Bama's getting his knee cleaned out, you can forget about it, dog. That's like the prequel to injuries, like injured riddle season, dog. If you got applesauce in your knees and you going somebody going in that junk and cleaning out the applesauce, it's a rap city in the basement, yeah. Already.
Yeah,
I
I think
like
it.
Kadarius Toney though.
Yeah, and I think it helps that he's not one of these towering kind of oversized athletes. Like
Mhm.
he's an Ike Bike kind of Bama. I think he like
Mhm.
6 feet, probably like what 170, something like that. So I think his ability to recover from that knee and play on it this
Mhm.
year might be better than a Bama who is like tight end lineman, somebody like
Yeah.
that. So
I'll say this: it creates space in that Kansas City offense at wide receiver. Uh, for like a Rashi Rice, who I'm high on this year, that can come and do some work. Michael Thomas, head coach Dennis Allen saying that Michael Thomas' foot should be a full participant at training camp. We ain't seen
he
this
been out
Batman in
two
2 years.
years.
2 years. He 30 years old now, Aaron.
God dang,
But when he was playing, this Batman was a
a
problemo.
fantasy
This
guru.
Batman had 142 receptions in the year. Like he was just out of control, bro. Do you think Michael Thomas will get through this season? I mean, I know Derek Carr, he kind of went to me, he come off as one of them guys like, I'm not wasting my time running around with these bums if we ain't got nobody who we can really win with. They got Derek Carr. I mean, he's not the greatest quarterback, but he's better
He
than
can
what
get
they've
him the
had.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think we'll see a full season from Michael Thomas this year?
For me, it's no way to know because I didn't know he had an injury that caused him 2 years. I'd
Yeah.
never heard of a 2 year injury like that. Bama's coming
Yeah.
back from ACLs and Achilles
Yeah, yeah,
fast,
yeah.
so
The
I just
Batman one play.
I don't really know what the injury is even at
It's
this point.
mine. It's mine, dog. He said, I'm not going out that jump. Uh Other news, your Washington Commanders, Aaron, signed Byron Pringle. Is this a enemy signing just to bring some familiarity to his to the team with his offense?
Yeah, and he cooked at times. Like I will say he
Mhm.
flashed at times over there with
Mhm.
Kansas City. So I think that's a good pickup.
Dog, owner is out. Daniel Snyder is officially gone. You celebrating, dog?
I'm kind
Bama's
of
was in this
I'm kind
in
of
this
sad because I like the misery it brought to the fan base. Like to just see all of the fan base unite in misery
dog.
over this Bama.
Dog, Bama's is so hype,
I
Aaron.
was a little
This
upset
dog,
that y'all
this ba-
cheering and happy now. Yeah.
hey dog, the Bama Magic was bobbing his head to the go-go music. Bama's done. I ain't never seen a city like this, dog. The city is lit right now. You'd have thought these Bama's had a Super Bowl parade out that jump.
You
Cause
ain't lying.
dog,
I
it's
do like Magic though. Like
I
Magic
do
is one of
like
the most
Magic too.
likable people on the planet.
He is, dog. I like that this Batman is a part of the squad. So apparently he just been in the city recently, and somebody, close to our family, they went out to dinner for their birthday and ran into the Batman. He took a picture with her, right? And then paid for dinner, dog. $600 on the table. Straight like that.
Getting that
Magic,
guap.
Magic out here, dog. And he just a likable person, like you say. I'm trying to get back on board, Aaron. I'm like,
You easy though. Pause. Like it's easy for Bama's to get you hook, line, and sinker. Easy. All they gotta do is
dog,
sprinkle a little bit of
hey, no.
goodwill and Harold God.
when I see
Harold in
when
the
I
boat.
see when I see Magic, when that pocket
Go
be him and
Magic, it's your birthday.
I said, go Magic. Hey
This the
dog, I
only
want
issue
to
I
give
have
it.
though. This the only
What's
issue
up?
I have. They still using the same, do I want to say the word? Nah, I ain't gonna say the word. They still using
What?
that same. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. That
Say it.
same playbook.
Okay.
Why wasn't Josh Harris out there dancing the go go? Like they sent Magic to do the Chitlin circuit,
Magic
and
to
then
be he the
Josh
people's
Harris,
champ, dog. You already know.
man,
You
Josh
already
Harris should
know,
have had
bro.
his white ass out there, dog. He sent Magic to do the Chitlin circuit, and then he over there shaking hands with
Hey,
all the
dog.
whiteys.
Hey,
Nah,
yeah.
I ain't going for it.
Hey, dog.
Update that playbook.
Hey, yeah. You already
They,
know. You already know, dog. They done game plan behind the scenes like, hey, young, the city
you
go.
go
You
to
gonna get the black.
Southeast,
You gonna get the black fans back. I'm gonna get the white fans back. I'm gonna get Northern Virginia and all them members. They
right?
gonna rock with us heavy. You get Southeast, all the old DC
You
heads.
east of the
We go.
Anacostia, east of the Potomac. I'm gonna be
You
west.
already. Hey, make sure you wear your New Balance. I'm gonna put on my Sperry's out this Joe. We gonna go ahead and tackle it together. I like the tandem though. They seem like they genuinely friends. I mean, we're gonna see if winning really is at the top of their like priority list.
I know it
Cause
is for Magic because we've seen it. Like
yes,
we
that's
have to
that's a
see,
fact.
what that means for Josh Harris, and if and winning could mean the process, like it was in Philly. Philly was trash
Mm-hmm,
for like 5 years straight, tanking
mm-hmm,
every year to get top balance, which I thought
mm-hmm,
was always the approach Washington should have been taking,
mm-hmm.
versus trying to chase 7-9 and 8-8 seasons. So,
Yeah,
uh,
that's what they chasing right
are the
now.
fans gonna
I
be
know. I'm,
patient with the process of what it takes to get better, which means being at the bottom of the draft, getting elite players and prospects, and building a roster of those instead of lunch pails,
so
thinking
so
you're gonna
I'll
get
say
better.
this right now. These Batmans have gotten a cleared out, like clean slate, dog.
So did
If
the
I ever
Wizards.
seen
And
this is
what
the
happened?
cleanest, this is the cleanest the slate I ever seen this joint in Washington, bro. Because the Batmans have forgot about everything. I'm hearing Batmans on the radio, not even talking about winning and losing. They like, yeah, we about to change the name. We about to go
Oh yeah,
shopping
that
at
too.
Neiman Marcus. We about
He's
to do
saying all the stuff people want to hear. When he starts saying change the name too, that
yo.
got my ears like, oh, the Bama really know what's going on out here. Because
Then he
that
went
name is
over.
trash.
Then he said he was like, yeah, it's not what I want, it's what the fans want, dog. When you start
Y'all
talking
love
like
that.
that,
Y'all
yo,
love that.
Bama's
Eat it
love
right
that.
up.
Even though I know he know the fan base is idiotic around this Joe Bama.
He know.
99% Bama's don't know what they talk about. They don't know football from a piece of toilet tissue, dog. They just
And
so.
the thing that really helps him is like Dan from the area too. But
Mhm.
Dan is like this awkward, antisocial, weird, like basement nerd
Yeah,
type
he don't know.
Bama.
Yeah, he
So
don't know
he's
how to.
so
He
out
don't know
of
how to
touch with
galvanize the
reality and
people.
people. He just
Yeah,
doesn't know people. This dude at least seems like a normal, functional human
yeah.
to where he's a
He dog,
billionaire, but at the same time, he understands the climate of like
dog. Bama
what's
bought
going
the
on around him.
whole party beers, dog. Beers on Josh. Like just stuff like that. Just easily get the fan base back in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what the stadium look like. We're gonna see what they do with the food prices and all that. Cause dog, Dan was running a sweatshop out that junk, dog. He was getting stuff. This Batman was having nachos for $25, and it was oppressive. The prices and stuff like that. But I can't even hold you, Aaron. The other day, because IG listen to everything you do. They see what you watch. Dog, a little ad came up for the Washington Commanders gear, Joe. I
Did you see
clicked
the one
on
that
it.
looked like the Warriors drink? The Warriors gear?
Yeah, I clicked on it.
That drink was clean.
I ain't buy nothing, but I
Look,
definitely looked through the catalog, and that's saying something,
if
dog.
Sam
Cause
Howell
you
cooking that first preseason, no, not the first one because they ain't gonna let him play much.
nah, if they no,
But if
if they win 3 games in the first, not so this is the thing. This is my criteria. I'm saying it on the show so Bama's can go ahead, quote it, and put it down. If in the first 6 games the Commanders do not have a winning record, it's time to fire Ron Rivera. I don't even care if it's one game under 500. It's time to fire Ron Rivera.
we went through the
They,
schedule and they not gonna be over 500
I,
at
I don't
six
care.
games in.
Listen, Aaron, we done with the excuses. I don't want to hear no. Well, we played tough team and this, and that. Dog, I'm through with all that. We got a new owner. I need to see results. All this yip yapping and talking, and that's done. That's dead, Aaron. I'm not. I don't care if y'all playing the Super Bowl champs with John Elway and Steve Young, I don't care, bro. You got to get W's. You got the talent. The roster got talent, Aaron.
No, that's
They
a fact.
talking about the defense might be top 5 in the league.
They were
So
last
I,
year.
so I, with no excuse there. You talk about you got better and in the secondary. At least that's what they told us, Aaron. They got better. It shouldn't be no different. Offense got a new coordinator. They gonna change their whole game plan and scheme. We got better from a offensive calling standpoint, so the offense should look better. They telling me that the quarterback better. They saying Taylor Heineke with some sauce. They saying Carson Wentz with some sauce, and now this dude Sam Howell is better than both of them. I need to see it, dog. It got to translate to wins. That's all I'm saying. You with me?
Not this year. I mean,
Okay.
I just think if the goal is to win a chip, then again, like winning this year is chasing the middle of the road. They don't have the kind of coaching to get them to a 11, 12 win team to be fighting for a playoff, uh, not playoff, but fighting for a championship.
Mhm.
It's just that's not what they have in that building right now. So if ultimately what Bama's want is a chance to not have one season, then be missing the playoffs 2 years, then make the playoffs and then miss the playoffs for 3 years. If you really want to have a legit team, they need more blue chip Bamas on the squad. Not
Mhm.
good players, not B players. They need a couple A plus Bamas.
Game changers.
So
I
these
hear
Bama's
you.
need to be sorry, draft high, and hopefully come back with Bama, some people that hit.
Caleb Williams.
There it is.
Uh, Cowboys signed Trayvon Diggs 5 years, $97 million contract extension in 2027.
That's an A plus contract.
That's an A plus contract. You
They got
get
the
one of the
Bama for
top
under 20
corners
a year.
for
Yeah,
under 100. Yeah, that's yeah. And you need cover corners in this league.
and he
And
get
he's
bammed
shown
on a
he
lot, but he makes plays too. So
yeah he do. Yeah, nah, that's a power move. Josh Jacobs did not report to camp. Uh, will he sign a deal similar to his buddy on the other side of the on the East Coast, Saquon?
his buddy got that coon chip. So I don't think Jacobs is going to end up signing that kind of deal. And with us knowing how Josh McDaniels is and what he's probably doing over there with the Raiders organization, I wouldn't be surprised if Jacobs ends up off the team.
Yeah, I agree. Cause I'm not playing. I'm not playing for Josh McDaniels, and he don't know what he doing. And then you just gonna be there, and him trying to run you into the ground or put you in bad circumstances or
To
positions.
prove he's
It's
right,
like
yeah.
yeah, it just it's all bad. So fantasy owners take note, though. I would stay far away from Josh Jacobs because either he comes back and they still do the funny business, or he doesn't and he's missing time, and it's just a bad situation. Giants signed Saquon Barkley 1 year deal, $11 million contract. This Bama did all that yip yapping to get a $2 million signing bonus. Talking on podcasts, talking about, oh, I might have to sit. Shut your lying. Yo, I hate when Bama's be trying to stunt and fake for the cameras and do all that extra stuff. Dog, cool chip activated. You might as well have signed the first deal.
Yeah, and now you don't get that hike if they tag you next year since you didn't sign the franchise tag. It's just this dude is weird. Like, and then it's almost like they said that the running backs were talking, having meetings, talking about the way
Yeah,
that
what
they're
y'all
being
meeting
treated in the
for?
labor force, and then this Bama just essentially signed damn near the same thing as the franchise tag, just without the franchise tag. It's just I don't know. It was weird to me.
Dog, and knowing Saquon, dog, this Bama might be hurt 2 weeks in. So it just I I just didn't like it, dog. You talking all greasy, gotta get the guys together, contracts are terrible, woo, 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 woo. And then you basically take a happy meal on top of your contract, dog. It just get him out of here, dog. Get him out of here. I think that might be it, dog. Um, yeah. Nah, no more news. Justin Herbert got a contract, 5 years, 262.
Cashed out.
Had to lock him up. Bama's a real deal. Um, yeah. Then we saw what's his name? What is it? CJ Stroud get his contract,
Yeah, he what he get?
4 years,
36.
36, fully guaranteed. It seems a bit low to me. It seems a bit low, but I mean, I guess the rookie deals ain't what they used to be, though.
Yeah, Sam Darnold messed it up for everybody. I
No,
hated that
yeah,
Bama. He was cashing out though. I don't know
yeah,
how he was doing it, but he was
he was
cashing out.
cashing out. He was cashing out, though. That's a fact. That is a fact. Um, LeBron's son went in a cardiac arrest today, dog. You saw that?
Yeah, I heard about it. That's crazy
That
because
joint crazy, dog. He
cardiac
18
arrest
years old.
is usually death. So they must have got to him right away.
Yeah, yeah, they got to him immediately, dog. And then so he's in stable condition. Still haven't had a heard a statement from LeBron yet, which I don't expect to hear anything. Does this mean the end of his basketball career?
No, I don't think that because if you got the Bama from the Bills about to play this season, um, with a contact sport like that, I
Mhm,
think they just want to figure out what happened and why. Like, was there some kind of foul or contact that caused it, or was he just running and just fell out on the floor? Like, I don't know enough about why it happened to be able to say it's going to end his career. I mean, I
mhm,
expect him to play this season.
mhm. Okay. Uh, will here we go. Will Aaron Rodgers and the Jets live up to the hype? No.
I think yes.
You think yes? I mean, I think so. I could see a scenario where the Jets are really good. But like the thing that worrisome to me is that O line that they have. And I just don't know. I, I don't I don't know if Robert Saleh, while I think he's a good guy and a good coach, I don't think he knows. Like I just think that he's not gonna be able to tame Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers just want to do what Aaron Rodgers wants to do.
I
And I just
disagree.
think that that'd be hard to like kind of will him in those moments where he just wants to be Aaron Rodgers. And because Aaron Rodgers is coming in like he runs the team.
I mean, he
And
is the savior because the quarterback was the missing piece from last year. So
Mhm,
he's a big name, a huge name, the biggest name on that team. Let's not pretend like that's not the case. Just because he's new to the team doesn't mean he's not the biggest name in that locker room. And he's
mhm,
the one that's supposed to put them over the top. But I see it the opposite way. I think Robert Saleh has the personality and has been running the team and built the equity to be able to control what's going on. And I think it, out of a lot of coaches in the league, when you talking about leverage with an owner when it comes to players like a Aaron Rodgers or him maybe being able to go around other coaches or kind of do
mhm.
what he wants to do. I don't think that'll be the case with Robert, and I don't think he wants to. Like Bama's, I know a lot of people don't like him because he's like this weird, like Northern Cali hippie, like whining type of a hole, but I don't necessarily see him just out sabotaging teams. Like I know that's what the narrative is that he's not a great teammate or he just rubs people the wrong way. But when it comes to the football, I've always seen him, at least between the lines, do what he's supposed to do.
That's true. Okay, I know the dispute here. I just I just think when it's all said and done and it shakes out, they're just like one game out of the playoffs for whatever reason. Because we know how the seasons go. A lot of unforeseen things, a lot of crazy things happen, losses that they supposed to win, and a fumble here, and it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault, but they lost, and then next thing you know, the excuses come, and
I
that's
think
just how.
I just think that's based on the fact that it's the Jets. And it's like
Okay,
though it's
fair
like
enough.
Washington where Bama just assumes something's gonna go wrong. Instead of just relying on the football part of it where it's like they haven't had a quarterback and a head coach to be able to win at a high level. You need those two pieces. And people like try to blame everything else. They blame this, that. The fact is you haven't had the pieces in place to win. And I think the
Hmm.
Jets had everything last year except the quarterback. They drafted that garbage boy we told them not to draft, and they had to deal with the outcome of drafting that guy. Now they
Hmm.
have somebody who can win with everything else already there. So I mean, I expect them to win. If they don't, I would be surprised. Now they might not win a chip the first year,
Hmm.
but I expect them to be in the
Yeah, that
playoffs,
yeah. Okay.
potentially with a bye, and to win at least one playoff game.
Okay. All right. We will see. Uh, do you think the league is trying to clean up? Another person got suspended for betting on games. They trying to clear it up. They trying to get it all clear. They want it all clear for this year, Aaron. I know the hooks is coming. They not gonna get me. They cleaning up the league, though. All the sports betting that players have been doing, they done cleaned it up.
You know, we always think we smarter than the system and we can get around stuff, and Bama just got to figure out like, okay, there's no way these Bamas know. We don't know how they know, but they know. Like, and it takes something
They
like
know.
this in the beginning where Bama's like try to see where the lines are, where the boundaries are. When Bama's finally see this ain't no joke, this dream about to cost us. We can't get it done that way. Then people will stop.
No, Bama, I don't know what these Bama's are doing. How they catching them though?
Dog,
Because you know
the
they're not just walking into a casino and just putting 50 on
nah, it's
black.
on
They're
the
not
apps.
doing
So this is the thing. Like people are ignorant to the level of technology
it.
that governments, agencies, and even regular police forces have. Now, if you look at the bread the NFL has, like when you in jail, they got this thing called stingrays. The joint intercepts text messages that go in and out of the building, and Bama's have no clue. Every text message, you probably in buildings and you don't know, texts you send or receive are getting intercepted, and they can see every single thing. And they do that in jail. That's how they find out who got the phones. That's how they know when the raid Bama's blocked. It's called a stingray. Look the drain up. And they been had stuff like this. And
Uh-huh.
so like even with the software within these gambling joints probably got joined to be able to say relationships to people's cousins, probably Facebook friends, times that certain bets are coming in, patterns. They look at all of this stuff the same way the casinos used to when they was worried about Bama
Casinos is on
stealing.
it.
Like the
Yeah,
level of technology they employ to make sure the house always wins is off the charts and stuff
yeah.
people don't even know exists.
That's why I say, dog, the Joe rigged, dog. That's how Bama's on this shit.
Yeah, and
That
then you know
Joe,
these Bama's not betting $50,
nah,
$25. The
nah, nah,
league
nah.
Bama's is
They
betting the
five,
big joints.
yeah,
So they grouping Bama's
they
in.
betting, yeah, 20, they betting 2,500 on
Yeah, they got
who's your
lists and
partner.
stuff to see who's the so dog. Like they can catch even if you got your man putting the bets in. Dog, they know all
Yeah,
of that stuff. They know all of
yeah.
that stuff. They looking at the bank accounts the money's going into,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff.
You cash apping your man, you know, 20K, and
Right.
then he turning around and going up to the casino and
Or,
putting jumps on tickets and stuff.
or he don't
Yeah,
trust you like that, but your name is on the account, but the money that the winnings goes to got his name on the debit card, or you know what I mean? It's like little dumb stuff like that. You know how Bama's be operating.
well, yeah, with Bama's just putting money into your account. It's like, yo, where did this money come from? Oh, I had that jump, dog. It's like, nah, bro.
Right.
Yeah, they on top of it, bro. They on top of it. They trying to have that jump. I know it's probably some coaches out there messing with it. Somebody's still messing with it. But you right. They about to shut that jump down. They about to
But there's
shut
no
it down.
rules for the coaches that I believe. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it. I've
Nah,
seen the
dog.
players
You
have
can't.
rules.
Nah, coaches definitely gotta have rules, bro.
You never see nothing talking about it. You always see the collective bargaining agreement, and
No,
they
so
talk.
no, so right there, that's funny because it's not just the
It's all
players,
funny.
dog. You right. The whole joint is a scam. Now, I know some coach, I know some assistant equipment manager Babins
Oh yeah,
is
definitely some
come on,
assistant coaches is getting it in.
come
That's what
on,
tells
dog.
me that it's not applied to them because I feel
It's
like they would have
targeted.
been caught by now.
Yeah, they didn't. But that's bad for business. I, dog, but they can't let them Bama's bet on it. Dog, if I'm an equipment manager, dog, I'm about to
And I
come
know
up,
who really
man.
hurt and who not playing and all that. Dog, I'm
I'm at
texting.
the I'm in the locker room and I see Bama icing his knee up before the game. Dog. I see Bama in the jump. He in the locker room screaming and yelling. I'm like, who's that? That's Jonathan Taylor back there.
And then you go texting, and then the
and, then,
stingray pick it up,
and
and then you
that
fight.
and that just say, uh, under 60 yards rushing.
Got him.
Put that where my bread at, dog? Where my cash at? You know, we ready. We got the cash in here somewhere. We got it stacked up for the regular season. Where the cash at? Oh yeah, we got the cash in this joke, dog. It's a little something, little something, little something. We know that. Don't break in my
Girl,
house,
try to get
dog.
robbed again.
Don't break in my house, dog. You got a little something. You know what I'm saying? Try come up, come up. Yeah. So I'm sure them Baptists is putting stuff down, dog. I'm sure. Aaron, did you watch Quarterback?
Nah, I ain't see the drink yet.
Dog, you gotta watch it, bro. I mean, we already know Pat Mahomes is the GOAT, but that jump just solidifies it. We already know what's his name? Kirk Cousins is this dog. Kirk Cousins is the most emotional quarterback I ever seen in my life, dog. I think he's a good dude. Dude, you a hater, dog. You hate. I'm like, dog, no, I'm not a hater. The Bama's a good quarterback, but he's just way too emotional. Dog, I don't know how the head coach is putting up with this Bama, dog. I see why whatchamacallit got tired of him. What was his name? Zimmer? Mike Zimmer? Dog, he just way too emotional, dog. After stuff happening, he be slamming his helmet, be like just dog rehearsing stuff. Yeah. Bama too emotional for me. Mariota, he's some sauce. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, he's some sauce. Pat Mahomes, the greatest quarterback of all time, hands down. And then Andy Reid, dog, they ain't show Andy Reid kirking on this show, but they show why he's one of the best coaches of all time.
Yeah, he don't be kirking like that.
Yeah, the Bama give so much autonomy to his players. Like, he just understands people, dog. And he's a savant with the offense.
He's the
And like,
antithesis to Ron Rivera. He's the complete opposite of what Ron Rivera is. Complete opposite.
dog, he's just so confident. He know, like they were showing games where Pat Mahomes got hurt, and then Chad Henne came in the jump, and then the offense just went, drove down and scored, and it's just like the whole brotherhood they have on that team, the camaraderie they have on that team. It's just like nothing I've ever seen before, dog. And the Bama Pat Mahomes works so hard. The Bama's so elite. He's just a savant. He know the offense just as good as Andy Reid. Like, Andy Reid let the Bamas make up plays. That was the jump that I was like, what? These Bamas just be making up plays, Aaron. Like Madden. You know how when you go on Madden, you were like, oh, this receiver going to do this Bama going to do this. He let them make up plays that they run.
I'm gonna have
And
to
so,
check
of course, they be vested in the plays because they get to make the jump up in practice. I'm like, dog, that's genius. That's genius. But the thing is, in order to do that, you have to have somebody you trust to be able to do that. Pat Mahomes real, dog. He real. He real. Definitely gotta check that joint out. I gotta look at the Steph joint. Steph got a joint on there.
underrated drink. We was arguing at the
Yeah.
gym about that drink.
You watched it?
Nah, I ain't watching.
What was the argument?
So this could go haywire.
Okay,
We need to go
let's
ahead and
go.
make a poll, but Bama's just saying Steph can't be underrated. Like the Bama come from an NBA father, NBA
Okay.
household. He been in the locker room shooting with NBA players, like just a part of the lifestyle his whole life. He playing AAU with KD and all them growing up as kids. Like the Bama's not underrated.
Mhm.
He might be the path might be unexpected when Bama saw he went to Davidson and all this other stuff. But people don't even know when the Bama was at Davidson, this Bama was like top 10 scorer in the history of the NCAA. Like his path might not have been Duke or something like that, but nothing about this Bama was underrated.
So, okay, all right. So let me say this. First of all, dictionary adjective underrated, not rated or valued highly enough. So I would say that I wouldn't necessarily say that Steph Curry is underrated, but I think there were parts of his journey that were where he was underrated or overlooked. And that's coming out of the draft. He
He was a
was he
lottery
was
pick.
He was a lottery pick, but he didn't go. He didn't go one, two, three, four. He went six.
Harold. Dog,
No,
the
but
Bama
but
wins
no. Hold on,
six,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. But the narrative, this is what I'm saying. The narrative around Steph Curry when he came out was that he's too small. I don't. His body size is not going to translate to the next level. Yes, he's a good shooter, but I think he'll have problems. He'll have to get stronger and all of these different things,
which he
and
did.
he'll be a good backup. Like he wasn't really considered to be the best play. Like this Bama for a short stint might have been arguably the best player in the league.
There never. He was first of all, he was never. As long as LeBron just got sorry the last 2 years. As long as LeBron and KD was in the league, even when they was winning chips with KD on the team, he wasn't the best player on the team. So the Bama was never the best player in the league.
I
I
think
think
he was the best player on his team. They
when
won
KD
chips
was there
before
for two
they
years.
won chips before KD got there. So
Wait. This is another poll. Are you saying
yeah,
this with a straight face, not the argumentative? Just think about
no,
what you're
no.
saying.
Steph Curry and the Warriors won championship before that. Before what you call it got there.
No. I'm asking you. When KD was on the Warriors, was he not the best player on that team? Yes or no?
So KD was the best player on the team when
Okay,
he
that's
was on
all
the
I'm
Warriors.
saying. That's all I was
But
saying.
but 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 I just think that was this is just my opinion of it. I think that Steph Curry reduced himself in order to allow KD to be KD. He reduced himself. And
But
so
KD
because
reduced
he reduced,
himself.
nah, KD didn't really reduce himself. KD
Look
was asked to score and KD scored. That's what he did.
at an efficient pace. Like the Bama, his game changed more than Steph's. Look at the numbers. Whose numbers changed more that year? Steph's numbers or KD's numbers?
So Steph
And
Curry was drafted.
they needed KD when LeBron mobbed up and whooped them that year before.
So KD was with the Warriors what year?
Was it 18 and 19 or something like that? I think
18 and
18 was one of
19.
those years. 18 and
So so
17 or
Steph
18 and
so
19.
Steph Curry averaged 26, 5, and 6.
Which year?
That's 2017, 18.
Let me see
And
what years
then
it was.
and then 2018, 19, he averaged 27, 5, and 5. Let me see. KD.
So he was there 16, 17, 17, 18, and 18,
So
19.
yeah, so those years, KD averaged first year with the Warriors 25, 8, and 4. Second year, 26, 6, and 5. The third year, 26, 6, and 6. So I would, I mean, and he's been averaging 26. Then he
No,
went to the Nets. Then
28,
he went to
25,
29,
32,
29.
28, 28, 27, 30. And then even after that, you got the 26 the first year with the Nets, then 29, 29.
Yeah. So he did change his game a little bit, but it wasn't crazy.
But
I
look at
mean,
Steph. What was Steph's stats those
so
3 years?
Steph, let's see, Steph was okay. So
He
this you
scored
said
more than he averaged
so
at any other
so
point.
so 30. So 2015-16, he had 35 and 6, then 25, 4 and 6, then 26, 5 and 6. I mean, then 27, 5 and 5.
Yeah, and then look before that. You 23,
But
24,
before that,
22.
yeah, before that, he would. I mean, his assist numbers were higher. So 24, 8 and 4, 23, or roughly 24, 7.7, that's 8, 8 and 4. So yeah, so he just yeah, I mean, he became more. I think he started to score more
Yeah.
during the KD
So
years, but
so it's no way to take a shot, and that's what the problem. The Bama's that love Steph or felt like any picking at the narrative that Bama was underrated. Bama's got so like Steph this and that, and Bama's wasn't arguing that nothing against Steph, but the point is just that out of any player who you would say is top 10 or best player in the league, Steph is the most dependent out of all of those guys. because he can't play D on anybody. So he needed Clay and Draymond to protect him. He needs screens. It's a certain element of his teammates that he needed more than any other dominant player in the league.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here go my underrated criteria right now. If I'm gonna make a case for him being underrated, here it is. Number 1 in the draft was Blake Griffin. Number 2, Hasheem Thabit. Number 3, James Harden. Number 4, Tyreek Evans. Number 5, Ricky Rubio. Number 6, Johnny Flint. Now, say what you want, but like to me, those guys, and granted, we looking through it's hindsight, right? Of
Revisionist history.
What Steph Curry is right now. But what I'm saying is, if Steph Curry wasn't underrated, I'm just saying he had better college stats than Johnny Flynn. He had better.
Right.
I mean, Ricky Rubio was a good international player from Spain, but like these people were rated and put above Steph Curry, and now we're looking like those franchises were on hard drugs. James Harden,
But that's
okay,
every draft, Harold. Like these are
no, but what
idiots
I'm no,
making the decisions.
no. That's
It's
not
not
every
every
draft.
draft. Ho-
No. Hold on. Let me say this for players who are that guy. LeBron James
When did Giannis
went
go?
number 1.
When did Giannis go?
Giannis is an outlier. That's not typically the path that NBA players make. Him, Jokic, those are outliers. I'm talking about for Bama's who are drafted in the first round. A lot of times,
Didn't
right?
Carmelo go after what's that Bama Detroit took?
Carmelo went
Darko
2.
Milicic? No, he didn't. They took Darko Milicic number 2
No, no,
over this Bama.
no. Carmelo Anthony went number 2
No,
in the
they
draft.
Detroit took Darko Milicic ahead of the Bama instead of taking Carmelo, and that's how Carmelo ended up where he ended up. They took Darko Milicic over this Bama. Is he underrated?
2003. Hold on.
Let's
Hold
go
on.
through the next 5
I'm
drafts
at
after that.
2003. All right. So LeBron James was clearly the number 1 GOAT.
Right.
No question. Darko Milicic, yeah, number 2. But it's
To
not
Detroit.
like, hold on. But it's not like Carmelo Anthony, right, who was a problem at the time at Syracuse, was drafted 7th. That's 4 other Bamas that people would say is better than
Who
him.
went next? Who
Yeah.
was fourth?
The 4 Bama was Chris Bosh,
And then who?
Dwayne Wade.
So is Chris Bosh better than Dwayne Wade? So is Dwayne Wade underrated?
No. So let me say this: what Chris Bosh brought to his team, I feel like it justifies him being picked in the same breath as him. But what I'm saying is the people who are picked in the same breath or the same like lump, like package as Steph Curry, none of them Bamas are in the stratosphere, which to me constitutes is him being underrated to the evaluators of the NBA at the time he was drafted. At least you could say for this situation, right? Carmelo Anthony, the Bamas that's right around him, outside of Darko Milicic, which the Pistons was just on hard drugs, right? And it's always a team. So, like, if it was just one Bama picked in front of Steph Curry, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Even 2, I'd be like, yeah, okay, they those 2 teams were just on hard drugs. But 7 squads, like, to me, that you're saying that this guy is not going to be that good, and that's 7 spots.
I don't
So
agree.
I'm not saying he's super underrated, but what I'm saying is him coming out of the draft and him coming to the league, people thought like his ceiling, nobody knew he was going to be what he became, dog. Like, if anything, they thought he might be a shell of his father and could really shoot the jumper really good and be like a good NBA player. But nobody saw this Bama ascending to like being the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, even with his shooting ability in college. Bama's ain't think that was going to translate to the next level. I don't know why, but I remember, at least for me personally, I wasn't looking at Steph Curry and be like, dog, this Bama's going to change the league. I said to myself, this Bama can shoot the rock and he'll definitely have a place. You know, my ceiling for him, this is just the God honest truth. I was saying, calling this Bama, like, I thought his ceiling was going to be like Ray Allen. I was like, this Bama would be like Ray Allen. This
Ray Allen
Bama
was a
surpassed.
cooker before he
No,
when he
Allen
was
was
with
a cooker.
Milwaukee.
Ray Allen was a cooker. But dog, this Bama surpassed Ray Allen. Like, if him and Ray Allen was in the same draft, Steph Curry was still would have, like, his career has surpassed Ray Allen's. And Ray Allen is arguably a Hall of Famer, dog.
No, he definitely a Hall of Famer.
So I'm just saying, like, I could get the underrated tag, and I do think that they leaned into it more than it really is. So, right, like this Bama had to grind from the bottom and like all like that. But the Bama's around NBA talent. His father playing the NBA. You getting best trainers. You getting your dad got NBA contracts. So anything all the resources is there, right? So I get that argument. Like that takes you out of the underrated conversation to some degree because you're privileged. But even with all that privilege, he still wasn't like a shoe in at number one. Like if LeBron James, I don't know. Well, that whole situation is different. But I'm saying like because LeBron James is Bronny James's father, teams are gonna give him much more of a like cachet or benefit of the doubt to be great than they would
Somebody else who fit the same
somebody.
mold with a different day. No, that's
Exactly.
a fact. But just to me, it's just a stretch. Like I
Okay.
get the clickbait. I get you use specific titles to get certain reactions. Like Bama's go, oh, underrated, watch it, and they're gonna tell a narrative to say why this Bama was underrated. And I hear them. I just think underrated. It's like based on this like, oh shucks kind of personality this Bama has. He acts unassuming in public and all
Mm.
the other Bamas that dominate are these big, dark, athletic Bamas that's flying through the sky or big centers and powerful Bamas. He's just a little Bama who shoot threes and I think people identify more with a Steph than they do most of the other guys in the league because they feel like,
Of course, of course, of
and,
course, though. That's part of it too. He's just,
and
he
a big part of the
light
evaluation,
skinned, light bright, chill. Don't bark at Bama's. He cold though. That Bama
the Bama's a
cold. Don't
cooker.
get it
The
twisted.
Bama's a cooker,
Yeah,
and nobody else has done
and he got the get him up out of here mentality, but he just hides
except
it
for in the
though.
playoffs, except in the finals. But nobody else has played the way that he's played. That's why a lot
Okay.
of the evaluation came the way that it came because nobody has been allowed to shoot the ball that way.
Mhm.
And so that's a big part of it. And the Bama's to do the evaluating are idiots. We say this all the time. So
That's
like
true.
the best Bama's in the draft don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order. We every almost never. It's an
Never.
outlier when you got like a LeBron that's coming out and going first, or like even Zion and Ja. Like I said, Ja should have gone first, but at the same time, I understand what they took of Zion. But most of the time, a lot of the best Bamas in the draft aren't going first. They have to develop into that. And to pretend like Steph came into the league the best player or cooker is fake news. His ankles was janky.
He
Bamas
wasn't. He
wasn't sure
wasn't.
he
He
could play
wasn't.
that
He
way.
wasn't. He
Steve
wasn't.
Kerr wasn't there yet. And it's like a lot of things happened and development happened and maturation of that team.
It definitely looked like like the pundits was going to be right about him, early on because he came in and the Bama jersey was baggy and he,
Yeah, his
ankles was
ankles was
suspect.
linguini, dog. So
Bama was always hurt, and then it's like, yeah, I don't know, but he would show flashes of like, yeah, when he would get the cooking, he would get the cooking, but and then he changed all that around. And the
the
organization put
organization, I think,
pieces.
played a big part of it.
They put pieces there. Part of it was they believed in him, and they were like, "This guy can do it, and he can be a guy." And they kind of put resources into trying to like bring that to fruition. And this Bama, it paid off.
Facts. But none of that was underrated. None of
But
it.
it wasn't. It was unexpected though,
Yeah,
and
that's the
maybe that's
argument
what
we
they
was
should have.
making.
Maybe that's what they should have called the
That's the
documentary.
exact word we would
Unexpected.
use in the argument. The exact word. We said it should have been called unexpected, not
Yeah.
underrated. Dog, Babs was arguing for an hour and a half after playing 3 hours of basketball over this exact point.
What y'all think? Put in the comments. Was Steph underrated or nah? What y'all think, man? Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Share the content. Subscribe. Shout out to Wiz Buffy. Shout out to Jenna Garcia, Sports Talk Tasha, Lance J Radio, everybody who rock with us heavy. We out.